So I'm 25 years old, but I'm in a career that I'm the youngest person in my career. So I'm a therapist, and a lot of the people in my career are older than me, right?
Okay.
And so a lot of the men that I attract are older than me. Because, you talked about how the young men don't have respect for older men, so there's a learning gap. And then there's older men who are attracted to me because I'm 25 with no children, with a career, living on my own. But because I didn't grow up with a man in the house necessarily.
What do you think okay. Your cap would be what? Regarding relationships.
I would say my cap would have to be the
Your
oldest.
sexual marketplace value.
I would say
That is your cap.
like the cap. I would probably do 39.
No. The kind of man you can get, the cap, the top, the limit.
I think
listen.
I'm listening to you. Don't do me like that, man. I'm listening. I'm just a little.
Don't tell me what to do.
No, I'm just asking.
I'm just let me do what I do. I've let you talk, and the reason I stepped in is because you're not on subject. You're just talking. The cap meaning, what is the top kind of man you can qualify for? And what is the bottom man you qualify for? And what's the average? That's the cap.
Or like what I think.
Well, it's not about what you think. Everybody has a cap, and a woman's cap is her sexual marketplace value. This is why you can be a woman with a high school diploma and marry a millionaire if you have a high enough SMV. And you can be a woman with a PhD and can't get a husband.
Yeah.
Because you're unattractive.
That's real.
That's an SMV. So what would your cap be?
I think 47.
Who's that? Who just came in that car?
My bro.
Hey.
Hey, say hi.
How you doing? I don't think you're understanding the topic, so it's not about an age. It's about what kind of man. So you said you're a professional, you're a therapist. Mm-hmm. Did you have a bachelor's, master's, what?
A bachelor's, and I'm going for my master's right now.
And how much do you anticipate making midway through your career? By the time you're 45 years old, about how much do you think you'll be making annually?
So right now, I make about 79, almost 80.
So midway through your career, about 45, what do you think you'll be making?
Probably over $1 million.
Annually?
Yeah. Because what I'm trying to do with mental health in our community, I think people are going to accept it more than they do. And I'm figuring everything that I'm trying to do on the side is...
How many people or therapists make $1 million annually?
Well, aside from what I make right now, just at a job, plus what I'm going to be doing, I'm not going to work my job forever. So if I make almost...
Okay, you can't even have the conversation. I just asked you, every question I've asked you, you just talked. I said, midway through your career, what do you think you're going to make annually? You're honestly saying, I expect to be a millionaire as a therapist.
I'm serious.
Okay, good. Which fairy tales do come true, but that's not ma'am. I talk to therapists. I network with therapists. I work with psychiatrists, psychologists, PhDs from Ivy League, and they ain't making that kind of money.
Can I ask you a question?
I need you to listen. I need you to listen. Okay, there she goes. You're not going over. You're already on cue.
Oh wait, I'm not trying to be rude.
What I need you to understand is you can't even. I don't want to talk about what you want to talk about. I'm talking about what I'm talking about, my subject, and I can't even get you to understand what you plan on making about halfway through. But let's just say you're making $1 million. Let's just go ahead and say it. You're making $1 million. Then how much do you want to get married one day? Mm-hmm. You want children?
Yes, I do.
How many children would you like to have?
3 to 4.
3 to 4. And do you want to have to work to pay significant bills after you're pregnant with your first child after marriage?
I probably will have to.
Do you want to have to work to pay significant bills after you're pregnant with your first child when you're married?
Yes.
Okay. What percentage of the family financial load do you want to have to be responsible for a lifetime with 4 children, you and a husband? What percentage overall for a lifetime?
20 to 30.
20 to 30%. So you still are looking for a provider male, a man making enough to pay 70 to 80% of the bills, meaning if you stop working for any reason, the family would not be significantly impacted. How
But
much
isn't that
money, how much money would a man need to make to provide for a family of 4 children, a wife, and himself to not have her income impact the family in any long-term way? How much money would he need to make annually?
probably 80 to 100,000?
What state do you live in?
Texas.
$80,000 for 6 people.
I grew up in the country, so it doesn't really.
See what I mean? They don't know their caps, folks. See, this is a woman that says she thinks her plan is to make $1 million, but I got down to the real numbers of it. She thinks a man with $80,000 will be able to provide a middle-class lifestyle.
Why wouldn't he though? You said middle class.
Math. Because the average black man in this country makes $41,500.
With a
The
high
average.
school.
I need you to. Okay, obviously you don't know.
Wait, why?
So I need you to because as a therapist, as an educated woman, and you want these things, y'all should know this stuff.
But
You
I
should
know-
know. You should know that it's impossible to have a man making $80,000 and then you not have to work. 4 children, you guys will be lit, ma'am. The average child takes about $250,000 from age 0 to 18. 3 children. And for you not to have to work to pay significant bills in Texas, you're talking about a man making about $300,000 to $350,000 a year. 4 children add another $100,000. You're talking about a man making close to $400,000, almost $500,000. Not 80. $80,000 will not pay for 4 children. It's college fund, retirement, 401k, medical insurance.
Talking about to raise a child or for them to go past? Because
I'm going to have a conversation with the audience. Okay, see, this is why women don't understand their caps. They don't understand their caps because they don't even understand how much money a man needs to make. They don't even understand what they're asking about. So it's all fantasy. It's all fantasy. It's all fantasy. It's all fantasy for women at this point. Because I can't have the conversation with you, man, because I'm talking at a different level of understanding. I'm talking about calculus. You're talking about arithmetic.
I'm not. I'm just asking you to.
Okay. I'm going ahead and have the presentation. All right. And that conversation is the problem because so many women today are in another world when it comes. It is all theory and wishes. I can make $1 million as an effing therapist. She'll be gone to Bill Gates' personal. Thank you. That's a PhD. Thank you. I just got a message from a PhD, Ivy League educated psychiatrist. And she's laughing at that conversation. She's like, what in the French toast? Yes. I don't just talk. I back things up with knowledge, people I know. And I know professionals who are highly degreed, great grades, impeccable credentials, not making $1 million effing dollars. You have no idea